Howdy and welcome back to East Texas. Now, my name's Hannah Fletcher and we are joined now with Vanessa Johnson. Now, Vanessa is over in Hudson. This is where a home was struck by lightning. It caught on fire. Vanessa, can you tell us more about what's going on today? We do know the family was able to get a hotel room for the night. What more have we learned?
Yes. Hi, Hannah. So, like you said, I am in Hudson at the house that was struck by lightning yesterday. And so the family just left and we spoke. So basically, since yesterday, they were telling me that they have been coming to the house, just trying to get more of their things out. And so he said last night, actually around 2 o'clock in the morning, they were in there trying to get some items out, and a fire started back up. So basically, they're trying to get stuff out. They're trying to buy stuff to kind of get them, through the rest of the week and, for future weeks. And then basically, as far as the house, it keeps, fires are popping up here and there. And then the Hudson Fire Department just keeps coming on and checking on the house and also putting out any fires as they do come.
Sorry, I don't think you could hear me, but have you heard anything about the family themselves? Are they feeling any kind of impact from the smoke maybe or were they able to get out, without any kind of impact?
So far, no injuries is what they've told me. The only injury was the dad, and a little funny story there, and I had mentioned it yesterday, but his son came home and out of relief, he kind of like tackled the dad, giving him a hug, and so it kind of threw his back out, and he had to go to the hospital. So that was the only injury, and I mean, injuries hurt, but at least it wasn't from the fire or anything. And I can show you guys kind of what the house is looking like now. I don't know if you can see, and I'll try to flip the camera around so you can see a little better. But this is the house as it's. Yes, yeah. So it's still, you can kind of see some smoke coming out of there. So it is still, hot basically. And hopefully this rain is helping. But like I said, the Hudson Volunteer Fire Department is coming periodically just to check on the house and also put out any fires if there is any.
Now, have they said that if this house is a total loss or not? I'm assuming so, since it's still smoldering and we can still see that smoke.
Yes, ma'am. Basically, it is. It's the whole house. And yesterday there was some of the roof left, and today basically it's nothing. He told me, early this morning it all caved in. So basically, he was just saying they're gonna, get with insurance, try to get what they can, but
Right.
it basically, like you said, it's a total loss.
Now, some of the video that we saw last night showed two cats being pulled out from some of the debris. Have we heard any kind of update on their pets that were maybe in the mix of this?
Yes, yeah. So they had quite a bit of pets, and I think they weren't able to save a few of them. It was a very small few that they weren't able to save.
Yeah.
But the ones that they do have, they just have them, kind of caged up because they really don't have anywhere to take them.
Right.
And so they're just kind of, feeding them and trying to keep them dry, basically, at this point.
Well, goodness. Well, we, of course, appreciate this update, but it looks like the impact of that lightning was at the very top of the house. Is that what you're seeing as well from where you're at?
Yes. So they were saying it was in the back of the house.
Okay.
And I was speaking with a fire chief here in Lufkin, the fire chief of Lufkin, and he was saying basically, when lightning strikes, it will strike the highest point that it can get.
Right.
But it doesn't have to be one specific area. It can kind of hit multiple. And so what they were thinking is maybe, some bolt hit like the ground, because like I said yesterday, the homeowner was saying there was a big hole in the ground. And then they think, another one actually hit the house, and that's what caused the fire.
Did they comment on what it maybe sounded like in that moment?
Yes, yeah, just a loud boom. He said it, kind of felt like he used the word detonation. So, like something going off like a bomb. So he was like, it was that loud.
Oh, wow.
And basically, yeah, he said, kind of cabinet doors swung open. Like it was pretty bad. They didn't know about the fire. They went outside. That's when they found the hole. And then they came back into the house to find the fire.
Well, thankfully, the only injury was a celebration injury to make sure everyone was okay, but we, of course, appreciate these updates. Thank you so much, Vanessa, for being there to do this for us.
Yes, yeah, thank you for checking in.
And will we hear more about this later today?
Yes, ma'am. Tonight at 6, we're going to run a full story on this. And then I want to tell you, I don't have video to show, but another house was actually hit at the same time this one was
Oh,
hit. And so it was their guest house, and the damage wasn't as bad, but still it got hit, and it kind of tore their roof off a little bit. So that will also be in the story tonight. We'll just kind of recap what happened yesterday and how people are trying to move forward from this.
well, thank you, Vanessa. We appreciate this. And please stay safe because I know the rain is going to continue. We could see more storms. So, of course, we'll love that update and we can't wait to hear more.